Okay, this is going to be a quick startup video of the Deutz-Allis. I've already had it running. The engine was running at almost high RPM. I had to bring it down. This is actually the throttle right here. This is the PTO engagement, and this raises and lowers the deck. So I'm going to fire it up, and I will show you that it does in fact run. And it definitely does need some hydraulic fluid. What this machine will take, I have absolutely no idea. If anyone does know, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll obviously Google it, but if anyone does see this video and happens to have one of these machines or knows what it takes, it's appreciated. Okay, there's nothing obviously leaking on the hydraulic system because I do have hydraulic pressure, but when the engine revs up, the deck comes up a lot faster. As you can see, I can get my foot under it now. And in the test there, I actually had my foot underneath it, and I was lowering it down to my foot and then raising it back up. Obviously, do not do this if the mower deck is running. That'd be pretty darn stupid. But anyways, there's nothing obviously leaking, so I think it could just be low on fluid. The drive does work on this machine as well. I might do a drive video once I clean the bird dookie off my seat, and we'll show how that all works. The guy was worried about air getting into the hydraulic system. See, whenever I first was messaging him, I thought the Johnny bucket was hydraulic, but no, the tractor side is hydraulic. So he's worried about air getting into the system and causing issues. I think it could just be a low fluid situation, or none of the above. The machine just needs to be driven. Because it seems like whenever it was being moved around, everything seemed to be coming back more and more, and it was working. So I'm kind of thinking I'm leaning more towards the machine having to be used, and the hydraulic system just needs to be pumping more and stuff like that. The machine had been sitting for quite some time before purchasing it, so I'm kind of leaning more towards that as well. That's another reason why the Johnny bucket's coming off. Since this is such an old machine, I'd rather put it onto a newer platform. So that's the reasoning behind everything. Just looking at these tires, they don't look, that's actually the center seam. They don't look too bad from the top tread. Yeah, they don't look too bad at all. The engine is a Kohler, and the carburetor was just recently done. The guy was also saying he thought the carb needed to be tuned on the engine. To me, it actually seems to be fine, so I'm thinking I'm going to leave it alone. Once you start messing with these Kohler carburetors, really it's not overly fun. Interesting. My old one had that same tab broken off. It's a common problem. I don't know if the charging system works yet. I do believe it is. We'll go back around. I know this is kind of a rando video, but just showing everything. Yep, charging system definitely went up. I'll obviously put a voltmeter on that at a later date just to make sure. But like I said, it does steer, so the steering is also hydraulic on this. So I'm thinking it's a low fluid situation as well. Low fluid, and it just needs to be used. So once I can get it to a situation, once I wash that seat off and drive it a bit and use it a bit, I think everything will actually come back, and everything should actually work out fairly good on this machine, and we should be good. And then obviously, once I get the Cub Cadet running properly, Johnny bucket will come off, and it'll go onto the Cub Cadet. I'll probably do a demonstration of the Johnny bucket in the future, since the controls are not exact on it. I don't really want to get a video of it, so it's just kind of silly how they did the controls. Like I said, I'm going to do 2 switches. One will raise and lower, and one will do the actual dumping of the bucket. So that's where we are at the moment on the Johnny bucket. So that's pretty much it. Again, if anyone has any information on these machines, knows what it's based off of, like I said previously, I think it's based off of a white. So MTD, could it be? I'm not 100% sure on that. The fluid for the rear end, I do believe I have Cub Cadet fluid that might work. It's like an oil, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I know all the Cub Cadets use it, and that's pretty much it. So I'll talk from there. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.